Under the blue whale at the Museum of Natural History.
This is not your typical state of the city.
The Blueprint to Save Our City was the title of the mayor's hour and 15-minute State of the City address, made in the middle of the 1,000-person audience.
How many of you fear that this generation of your family might be the last generation to be able to afford to live in New York City?
Thus began a multimedia presentation on how to make the city accessible to all, from kids in schools.
Our young people do not need to be policed, they need to be reached.
He said the city will expand community centers, waive the $25 yearly fee. He also said he intends to have schools exceed the national graduation rate of 86%. It's now 76%. He also focused on small businesses.
Country did backflips to save big banks. Why don't we do everything we can do to save small businesses?
He proposed a tax on landlords who leave commercial properties vacant for lengthy periods of time, and a commission that will seek to have rent control for commercial properties. And speaking of rent, de Blasio declared that half of new city-financed homes will be reserved for people making less than $50,000 a year. And get this, he said that security deposits, as we know them on rentals, will end.
You can pay in installments.
That would take state approval. It's among many ways in which the mayor's proposals are just that and are not law.
So now the council's going to go in and look at the details around each one of these proposals.
It's almost like he's saying, save our city from himself. And I do think he needs to have less rhetoric, more specific answers to these questions.
And of course, both of those men have made it clear they want to be the next mayor. Meanwhile, the current mayor also signed some environmental executive orders, one saying that the city's vehicle fleet will be all electric by the year 2040, the other banning city agencies from using plastic water bottles. They also handed out reusable bottles that say NYC, but they are made in China.